Hello, good morning, students.
Good morning, sir.
Well, we have discussed vowels and diphthongs. Now we shall talk about the consonant sounds. So as you can see here, we have the organs of speech. This picture depicts the organs of speech, and here you have the English consonants, the 24 consonants that we have in IPA. Well, let me explain to you the organs of speech very quickly. Here, as you can see, I hope everybody can see, this is nasal cavity over there. Then this is nose, this is teeth ridge, which is also called as alveolar ridge. And then you have teeth here, this conical portion, which is protruding, is teeth. And here you have lips, okay, pair of lips, upper and lower lip. Then you have blade of the tongue, okay. Blade is the upper surface of the tongue, this is tip of the tongue, and this is back of the tongue, okay. And this is central part of the tongue. I think you can very well see it. And then this is larynx, with the protruding portion here, larynx, which is also called as voice box. Then yes, you have hard palate over there, okay. Say first you have teeth, and just above the teeth you have teeth ridge, or say the alveolar ridge, and behind alveolar ridge you have the hard palate, okay, hard palate. And after the hard palate, that is behind the hard palate, you have the soft palate, okay. And then you have this is tongue, front, back, and roof of the tongue, okay. This is shown here. Then you have this pharyngeal cavity, and this is epiglottis. Epiglottis, you can see here, this epiglottis, and this is food pipe, which is going downward, which is called as esophagus. And here you have vocal cords, okay, vocal, just in this line, parallel line, you may say. And then you have windpipe here, and trachea. So these are the organs of speech. And here you have the consonants, and these I will be explaining while we discuss them. And as you see here, say these are the place of articulation, and here you have the manner of articulation. And then I have written with black and red pen, using black and red pen. Black ones are the voiceless sounds, and red ones are the voice sounds. Okay? So is this okay?
Yes, sir. So I came across a question in previous year's question papers, and the
Please a bit louder. I'm sorry. Yes, come again.
I came across a question in previous year's question papers,
Okay.
and the question was,
Mhm.
what makes consonants different from vowels? So could you please tell us a few major points of difference between the vowels and the consonants?
Okay, definitely. Consonants are different from vowels because when we articulate vowels, the vocal tract remain normal. Like when you articulate vowel sounds, like we study E, A, and all, 12 vowel sounds. So the area is confined to this oral cavity. Speak this one. Right? Whereas, as far as consonants are concerned, there is a constriction in pronouncing these sounds, consonant sounds. So when we produce consonant sounds, the vocal tract becomes narrower at some location than it usually is. Narrowing of vocal tract, this is vocal tract, this entire portion up till here you may say is vocal tract. So this, when we produce consonant sounds, there is narrowing in the vocal tract. And this narrowing is called as constriction. What is it called as?
Constriction.
Okay. So narrowing depends upon the consonant that you are producing. So does depend the place of articulation. Okay. Say, like here as you see 24 sounds. So all sounds are produced differently. In some sounds you have more constriction, and in some other sounds you have lesser constriction. So it depends upon the consonant. So it varies from consonant to consonant. This also depends upon the vibration of the vocal cord. Okay? Vibration of the vocal cord. You can feel the vibration here, the vocal cord. And also release of air. So sometimes release of air is through the mouth, and sometimes it is through the nose. Okay? The air can be released through the mouth or through the nose. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So precisely the difference between consonant and vowel sounds can be explained, say, in the following. Here I write vowel. Okay. Vowel. And here you have consonants. You may take it down. So these are vowels, and here you have consonants. So vowels are voiced. You know, I told you while we were discussing vowels that all vowel sounds are voiced, whereas consonant sounds may or may not be voiced. So here you may write voiced, the first point can be voiced, and here I am just writing may or may not be. May. Okay. Yes. Vowels, remember, are always voiced. All vowels, all the pure, or say, all the 12 vowels are voice sounds, whereas consonants may or may not be. May not be voiced. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
And all vowels are oral, whereas consonants may or may not be oral. Oral. Consonants may or may not be. May or may not be. I think you can understand if I write just may or may not be.
Yes, sir.
This means may or may not be oral. May or may not be oral. Why? Because we have certain sounds which are produced through nose, so they are nasal sounds. As far as vowels are concerned, they are all oral. They are produced through this cavity, oral cavity. So they may or may not be oral. And as far as vowels are concerned, they are all unobstructed. Unobstructed. And as far as consonants are concerned, they may or may not be obstructed. When I say obstructed, what does it mean? I use the word constriction. Means there is no constriction in the articulation of vowel sounds. But as far as consonants are concerned, there is constriction. There is narrowing of the vocal tract. Narrowing of vocal tract doesn't happen in vowels. Is this fine?
Yes, sir.
Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shall I rub it off?
Yes, sir.
And do you remember, like, you know, when we were discussing vowel sounds, we were talking about three-term description.
Yes, sir.
When I'm saying vowels, I mean monophthongs as well as diphthongs. So when we discuss vowels and diphthongs, we talked about three-term description. Do you remember the three-term description?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you tell me what was it?
Front or back, close or open.
Okay, front or back, front or back. Very good. We discussed whether it's a front vowel or a back vowel. Very nice, good. Number two,
Closed or open.
closed or open. Okay, whether the position of the jaws is closed or open. Yeah. For instance, when you say E, it is closed, and when you say A, it's open. Closed or open. And the last one,
Rounded or unrounded.
well, and rounded and unrounded pertains to lips. Rounded or unrounded. This is what we discussed. Rounded or unrounded is whether the lips are rounded or unrounded. Like when we pronounce E, then our lips are spread. They are not rounded. But when we say oo, okay, or O, then our lips are rounded. Okay. So these were the three-term description that we had in vowels and diphthongs. Even here, like while we discuss consonant sounds, we have three-term description. As you see here, place of articulation, number one. I'm not writing it, okay? You understand. Number one is, I would have written here, now you understand. Number one, place of articulation. Number two, manner of articulation. Okay? And number three, voiced or voiceless. Number three is
Voiced or voiceless.
Yeah, whether the sound is voiced or voiceless. This is the third term of description. So this is how you are going to write in exam.